Happy New Year. I mean, the year is still fresh, so we can as well say that. This is what's 8th or 9th, depending on when this is being recorded. So what I want to talk about today is just, how the year is looking and pretty much plans for it. Last year, I put out a video of me quitting my job, which I have already, but more updates on that probably when the time is, long enough to tell you guys how it has been going. So 2025, has been interesting. Still got some work to finish for the previous company to give back to them. I think the mistake I made was quitting December, which, the way December to January is kind of facing that, but I mean, it happens already. And at the same time, I think it's still a good choice because it's helping me think long term and be more, conscious and, active. Because the plan I had was to relax for January, but there's a lot of change in these plans. But so far for 2025, I mean, this video won't be a long one, so don't expect. From the timestamp, you can see it won't be a long one. So the view of 2025 is to, create as much as possible. So it's not a personal thought, it's a public thing. One of the best or fastest way to get yourself out there is, put out yourself, obviously. And I do intend to do that in creating content in YouTube and Instagram. I think my Instagram handle should be somewhere or not. We usually have this trap of I see it as a trap, of having New Year resolutions. And the trap is we say we're going to do this for 30 days. Yes, that is a reasonable, amount that, people are comfortable with. But what I think is better is seeing it as the entire year goal, right? But the cheat should be showing up, right? We have this, I'm going to do this for 30 days. And the mistake I think a lot of us fall into is not actually breaking those days into like smaller numbers. I mean, those are what SMART goals are called. So I usually have this, thing I say to myself, just show up, right? So it's not necessarily about the time I spend doing that thing. It is making sure that I show up the next day. One of the skills I picked up this year is something that pretty much started this whole thing, and that is art. This is my drawing pencil. Now, for most of you who don't know, I started this whole filmmaking thing from drawing, right? And which led to animation, which led to me having good eyes for easing, not motion design, but how to make videos look good when you animate them, be it how you scale, how you move things around in videos. So someone saw that, found that really eye-pleasing, which obviously, like I mentioned, started from here. And the reason why I'm going back into this is I actually want to invest myself into where it all started from, right? I've done a couple arts. I don't call them art itself, but trying to learn the basics. Because how I started was, I just started from drawing characters. I did not go through the basics of, the shapes, proportion, and all of that. So we want to pay attention to that and see how it goes. Because just abandoning the route to an extent, I think it has a side effect on, how I'm seeing myself going forward. So, yeah. This is it. Just wanted to share that. Just wanted to share how the year has been going so far. I know I'm having thoughts like, okay, are we sure about this? But it's already a choice that's been made. It's already out there. I'm not part of them anymore. I just have content from them that I need to share back. Again, later on, I will give an update as to how the year is going. But we just want to share something, right? Concerning last year. You might have done some things that you weren't proud of, or like you did not do enough. Trust me, I feel like that as well. But instead of spending time thinking about the things you did not do enough, how about you bring those things here and be intentional about them. Be intentional about making sure you do them well this time. So yeah, you can beat yourself up, but make sure that beating yourself up is so you can do better, because you beat yourself up and you're on the floor, you just make things worse. And basically what you're saying or what you're doing is giving yourself more reason to still waste more time, right? I hope I'm making sense. So yeah, it is a short one. Super excited for 2025, even though it is not, there is no alert in the 30th day of the month, but want to see how well I can challenge myself and also go out of my comfort zone and do what I need to do. So, yeah, hope this was helpful in any way. If you did find it helpful, do leave a like, and I appreciate you guys, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.